This has been a very emotional week for a lot of us, particularly for me. Wednesday night, we passed a bill that is called the Trans Panic Defense Bill. I'd like to tell you about it by sharing my floor speech. This touched a lot of our hearts and it affected our community, and I'm very, very proud to have passed this bill. The good representative who started this bill last year is now over on the other side of the rotunda, and I'm very pleased and proud to be pushing this bill forward. Last year, I wasn't thinking very much about this issue, but towards the end of this last year, a young woman named Nikki Kuhnhausen went missing. The whole community, her family, her friends looked for her for weeks and weeks and weeks before they found her body. What this bill does, it removes a possible defense for the kind of thing that happened to Nikki. Nikki was strangled by somebody who was upset about who she was. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about who she really was by reading a few remarks that were written to her mother prior to her memorial. May I read?
Please proceed.
I'm so thankful I got to have your child bless my life and my children's life. I have much love for all three of your children. I love them all. I miss her every day, but I cannot know your pain. My heart is with you, and I so feel your sorrow and loss. And another one, there's many here. To me, Nikki was pure love and energy. She admitted a light for a world without barriers for others. She saw past everything and saw the person for who they truly were. I truly admired her strength and capability to love everyone unconditionally. She was a special person who made the world a brighter and better place to be, and she's a shining star now. Over 300 people showed up at Nikki's memorial. Some of us had never met her. Her mother and her friends asked me to name this bill after her. They didn't want anybody who would do what happened to Nikki to get off by saying, I just couldn't help myself. In my lifetime, since I was a young woman, we have come to a place where it's no longer appropriate to grab somebody's private parts while they're working. That used to be common. It's no longer okay for a man to rape his wife just because they're married and to beat her up. But it used to be. The phrase rule of thumb has been on my mind a lot lately. It comes from English common law, and what it comes from is it used to be illegal to beat your wife with a stick thicker than your thumb. There's a lot of things that have changed, but it's still not okay, and it shouldn't be okay to say, I was so upset by who they were that I had to strangle them and leave them in the woods. It's not okay. If that person had true mental illness and diminished capacity, that defense would work. But to defend yourself, as people are doing in other states, by saying, I was shocked by who they were and I couldn't help myself, it's so wrong. And other states have passed laws saying, nope, that's not a good defense. I want my beloved state to pass this law so that we are one of those states where it's not okay to hurt somebody just because of who they are. Please pass this bill. Nikki's mother and her friends are listening to us right now. Thank you.